Good morning, children. Hope everyone are doing good, and I'm happy to meet you all again through this video lesson. Did everyone learn the previous lesson that we discussed? Hope everyone would have did it. And here, this lesson is all about animals. What is the previous lesson we discussed? It is all about plants, reproduction in plants, right? And here, we will discuss about animals, all right? Are you all interested to know what is the lesson all about? Shall we all get in? Yes. The lesson is all about classification of animals. Lesson 3. Okay. So in this lesson we will classify the two grades of animals. All right. So let us see what are the basic things to learn in this lesson. Types of animals. Okay. And then characteristics of fish in specific, reptiles, amphibians, birds, and mammals. You might know some terms like fish and birds, it's common. And some terms are new to you, right? Like reptiles, amphibians, and mammals. Let us learn what it is all about. It is very interesting, okay? Are you all interested to learn about it? Yes, let's get into it. So, as I told, the first thing we need to discuss in this lesson is types of animals. Okay, so we are broadly classifying into two categories like invertebrates and the other one vertebrates. Okay, invertebrates and vertebrates, just like opposites you can see here, right? So what opposites of invertebrates? It's vertebrates. So something there is a major difference seen in this type of animals. We need to know what it is all about. I'll give you an example. Just check it out whether you're able to understand it. Earthworm. Okay, this is like in a cartoon picture. Earthworm. Okay, this is invertebrates, and for vertebrates I have given human being, and I have specified here with a particular picture, and here I just want you to identify. See, can you see a vertebral column? I mean the bone at the back of the human being. Yes, so here, how many of you have seen earthworm? So if you have seen earthworm, you might have understood it doesn't have a bone. Yes, when you smash it, it will immediately smash into fluid like substances. Yes, but human being or in some other animals, we cannot smash it just like that. They possess a particular shape, yes, with the help of bones. So the major difference here is like they possess backbone. Vertebrates will have backbone and invertebrates will not have bones. Okay, here let us discuss with some more examples. Okay, earthworm. What is this? Cockroach? Yes, how many of you like cockroach? No one likes it. Yes, it scares us most of the time. Yes, next. Snail. How many of you seen snail? During rainy season, we can see many snails. Yes? Then ant. Ant we can see all the time. Yes? Starfish. You might have seen in Discovery Channel or you might have seen in museum. Yes? I'm not sure how many of you have seen it live. And this is starfish. Jellyfish. Yes, it looks very colorful, pretty. Yes, some are poisonous as well. Alright, it does not possess any specific body part, but still it has no backbone. Okay, so what is very common about these animals we are discussing here? It doesn't possess any backbone. So these are the best examples for invertebrates. Okay, so invertebrates are the animals which do not have backbone. Okay, so those animals are invertebrates. For example, I have given only few here. There are many invertebrates in the world. Okay, the very common thing which I can discuss like mosquitoes. Yes, it is also an insect. Yes, fly, many worms are there, isn't it? So these things are called as invertebrates. So here we will discuss about one particular insect and their features. Okay, insects and their features, and one particular example will be given for that. Are you all ready? Yes. let us learn in detail about this invertebrates. And here we will take an example for an insect. Okay, most of the insects' bodies are divided into head, thorax, and abdomen. The head is the topmost region, thorax is the middle portion, and abdomen is the lowest part. So here the example what we are taking is cockroach. Okay, so can you see here head, thorax, abdomen? You can differentiate it. Yes, head, thorax, and abdomen. And here the legs, it is named here like three pairs of legs. And antennae, this antennae helps in sensing the environment for cockroach. Underneath the head, you will find the mouth. Okay. Yes, the next one is like the thorax has wings and a special holes called spiracles for breathing. So in this particular region, the thorax region, underneath the wings are attached. All right, those hind wings helps the cockroach to fly. And this particular brown part where you can see, this is also one of the feather on top of it. All right, it's like a wing. Okay, it just covers the body of the cockroach. It will not help in flight. All right. So there are some tiny holes present on this particular region thorax, two pairs. Okay, two pairs will be arranged on either side, and here like eight pairs. So these are tiny holes which are called as spiracles, which helps in breathing process in cockroach. All right. And as I said, the abdomen is a segmented body part of an insect. Segments in sense, it will be arranged like this. Let me show it to you. So like this, it will be segmented, divided. The body part will be divided like this. Okay, like 13 segments we can find it. All right, and the spiracles will be on in its side, on either sides. Okay. Let me give you some more example where we can discuss about the other category. Fish. What is this? Yes, it is frog. It comes under amphibians. Crocodile. It comes under reptiles. Birds. What is this? Lion. It comes under mammals. So, what is very common about all these things? Yes, they possess backbone and they're called as vertebrates. Yes. So here the another some more examples like giraffe, which is here. Yes, all these are examples of vertebrates. The vertebrates will possess backbone. So this is a major difference between the invertebrates and vertebrates. So we did see about the invertebrates with an example, taking insect as an example and cockroach in specific. And here we will discuss about all these categories like amphibians, reptiles, fish, birds, and mammals. Okay, in what characteristics they are distinguished like mammals, amphibians, reptiles, and birds. We will see their specific characteristics. Okay, let us take fish as the first category to discuss here under vertebrates. So everyone likes fish, yes, isn't it? Yes, not only to eat, also to admire. Yes, all the fishes we do not eat, but still we admire most of the fishes. We have fish tanks, and wherever, like aquarium, we can just go admire different types of fish with very bright colors, different features with fins and tail. Yes, so here are some fish. Let us discuss about the features what the fish possesses. All right. So here it says like fishes have special body parts to survive in water. Yes, can we survive in water? Can we survive in water? No, definitely not. Because our body is designed in such a way that we will not be able to survive in water all the time. Now we can swim and then we have to back to be on land for a survival purpose. Not like fishes all the time. We cannot get food and we cannot survive inside the water. So fishes are the organism that can survive only in water. When they are taken out from water, they will not be able to survive on land. All right. And certain specific criteria, special some fishes can survive on land for few minutes. They just come up, they will breathe, and then they will get in. We will also discuss how it works on. All right. And here they have gills to breathe and fins to swim. All right. See, look at this picture. So in fishes, whenever your mom gets fish or whenever you look into the fish tank, the fish will have gills. This part of the fish, you might have seen, it will just flap, it will just open and close, it will just open and close. Yes, so this is called as gills, where it helps in respiration process, like breathing process. Okay, so even the water it takes in consists of oxygen, as well as here this particular gills is richly supplied with the blood vessels, where the oxygen is attracted from the water as well. Okay, it also just eliminates carbon dioxide, also it just takes in the oxygen through this gills. Okay, yes. Now, there are many different varieties of fishes. Yes or no? It's not only the single type of fish. There are many different varieties of fishes, and they will be able to swim in the water. So we need to identify the body parts. See, I'll just take any example here. Look at this fish. Okay, this is a tail part. All right, and this is a tail part for all the fish. All right, and what is this, which is on the sides? Okay, these are called as fins. Okay, many of them will misunderstand and they will say wings. No, for fishes it is called as fins. All right, only for the birds we need to say it as wings. Got it? Now, the next category which we're going to discuss is about reptiles. All right, so we need to know why certain animals are categorized under reptiles. What are the special characteristics feature they have? Okay, only those particular characteristics feature makes them to be under the reptile category. Yes or no? Yes. So the first one here we can see animals like lizard, snakes, turtles, and crocodiles belong to a special family of animals called reptiles. Okay, when you just imagine the pictures of these animals, whatever I said, something is common over them, right? Yes. What are the common things we can just see? See the pictures of these things. See, uh, tortoise, a crocodile. What is this? The garden lizard, the alligator. Yes, a snake is here. All right, and here all these things have 4 feet. Exactly, but where is the feet for the snake? Let's see. So reptiles are cold-blooded animals, they say. Cold-blooded animals means what? The cold-blooded animals means animals cannot control their body temperature and it changes according to the surroundings they are living. Alright? So these are called as cold-blooded animals. We human beings, we are not cold-blooded, we are warm-blooded. We are able to adhere certain temperatures. Yes, we do not change according to the surrounding. We are as how we are in all the temperature. The body is able to sustain the temperature, but for the reptiles, as they're called as cold-blooded animals, they will not be able to do that. Next, a reptile's body is generally covered with scales. See, look at this picture, you will get an idea. See the body of the snake, scales. This kind of structure we call them as scales. Okay, and you might have a question, even in fishes you might have seen scales. Yes, but their living condition is entirely different from these reptiles. Yes, these animals do not possess gills. These animals possess lungs for breathing process. So based upon the different features the animal has, they're categorized into different categories. All right, we should be able to understand. So here these scales, it's one of the special characteristics for the reptiles which live on the land as well as in the water. But here we cannot see these chameleons in water, but snake it lives in water, turtle lives in water, crocodile lives in water. Yes, they are able to survive both in land and in water, but most of the time they will be seen on the land. All right. Snakes shed their old skin and grow a new one from time to time. This process is called molting. Okay, you might have heard this in stories, and some elders will say the snake will remove, it will shed its skin and the new skin will be formed on its body, and the older one will be there. Okay, and they use this skin for many purpose, okay, as a business purpose. As well as here there is another example which I have given. See here, this lizard, this also sheds skin over here. Can you see this? Yes, so this is one of the special characters of reptiles, and this process is called as molting. Some more characteristics in reptiles that we have to discuss is like, let's see, reptiles such as turtles and tortoises have a hard protective shell on their body. You might have seen. See, this is tortoise. Yes, this one is tortoise, and the other one is turtle. You might have asked, what is the big difference? Both are looking alike, yes, but they have some difference. The turtles mostly live in water, and tortoise will live mostly on land. And the shell of the tortoise is much harder when compared to that of turtle. Okay, and why this shell is there? Okay, they will just protect them from the enemies, from the predators. They will just put all the body inside the shell, and they will protect it from their predators or enemies. Okay, and here, read out this thing. Lizards such as chameleons and iguanas can change their body color to blend with their surrounding and hide from enemies. This characteristic is called as camouflage. Okay, here, see this picture. You can see. See here, can you see this particular animal? And the leaves, what is the color? Both are alike. They are just trying to change the body color in order to save them from the predators. And this is a very apt picture where you can see, even I was not able to identify where the animal was hidden. This is a wild lizard. Okay, see as how it has changed its body color. Yes, no one will be able to identify that there is an animal hidden over here. And even here, this chameleon, this animal, according to the leaf color, it is green, and this is also green. Generally when we see it, we will not be able to identify that easily that something is sitting over there. So these are some special features that these animals possess in order to save themselves from the predators or enemies. Okay, here let us see one more feature of this reptile. Okay, so reptiles reproduce by laying eggs. Yes, see the eggs of the reptile. And here the snake is trying to hatch out of this egg, and these reptiles will not lay one or two eggs. It will lay many eggs at a time. Alright. So the mostly the eggs of these reptiles will be soft shell, not like the egg, okay, like hen's egg with the hard shell. No. They will bounce little bit actually. Like the egg of the lizard, egg of the snake, you might have seen. If you get a chance, you can just see it. Okay, so it will be a little bit soft and it can bounce, and they are soft shelled. All right, so they also protect these eggs from their enemies by burying it under the sand. How brilliant they are, right? So most of the reptiles have four limbs to move around, and you might have asked, like snakes, they do not possess any legs, so how do they move? Here is the answer again. These snakes move with the help of the scales present in the body. I showed you the picture of the scales, right? So with the help of the scales, they are able to move. All right. So this is some of the special features of reptiles. And these reptiles, what they do once they hatch, they will grow out. All right. And some cases like turtles and crocodiles, they will come to the shore for laying eggs. They will not be able to lay the eggs when they are in water. They will come to the shore, they will lay the eggs, they will bury it. Okay, they will just hide it with the sand in order to protect it from the enemies, and then they will move into the water, and then often when they come out, they will just check out the eggs. They will prevent it from the predators and other hazards. Okay, this is how they protect the eggs they are laying, and then those eggs will hatch out, and the new younger ones will be formed out of it. All right. Now let us learn about the next category, which is called as amphibians. Okay, have you ever heard about this term? If at all, it is very new to you, right? Amphibians. So here, when we just get on to the amphibians, the animals like frogs, toads, newts, and salamanders can live on land as well as in water. Okay, see these features. They can live on the land as well as in water. They are called as amphibians. You might have some kind of different question here. There are many animals like even crocodile, they live in water, even snakes, they live in water, but here the features is entirely different. These animals, when they are in water, they have a specific feature where they can respire through their skin. All right, so such categories, they are categorizing under amphibians. All right, the examples like sea frog, toad. What is this? Just looks like a lizard, right? This is the newts and salamanders. Okay, both newts and salamanders will look alike. So mostly we can say like all different categories of newts can be categorized under salamanders, but all the salamanders cannot be a newts. All right, so they breathe with the help of the lungs when on the land and with the moist skin when they are in water. This is what I said. This is a specific feature of amphibians. So when they are on land, they will use their lungs. They have two breathing organs. One is the skin and the other one is the lungs. So when they roam around the land, okay, they will be able to use their lungs. And when they are inside the water, they will use their skin to respire. The process of the air getting in, because they cannot just take the air directly in water. Yes, so what they will do, they will just respire with the help of their skin. See here the picture which shows here, this is the longitudinal section of the frog where you can see the lungs. Okay, here the lungs is versus the heart is present here, and this is the entire digestive system of a frog, actually with the nervous system. And here this is the wet skin of the frog where the process of respiration takes place when it is inside the water. All right, let's discuss about the amphibians, taking frog as an example. All right, so the eggs laid by the frogs hatch and the tadpoles are formed. Just look into this picture, it will give you a detailed description on it. So here, this is a matured frog. All right, so the matured frog, it might be a male or a female. So both the frogs will lay eggs. The process of fertilization here, it's external fertilization. You will learn in your higher classes. So here, the frogs, when they lay eggs in water, okay, the male and the female frogs will lay the eggs and then they will join together, form the embryo. All right, so later which the tadpoles will be formed. That is what it is. The eggs laid by the frogs hatch and tadpoles are formed. This will be like fish-like structure. All right, a tadpole breathes only with the help of the gills and can live only in water. Okay, so as I told, it just looks like fish in structure. It possesses gills in this particular stage. And if it is out of water, it will not be able to survive. Because I told you the frog has a special feature where it can breathe with the help of the skin. But it is not a matured frog. This tadpole is a tiny one. Okay, the younger one of the frog. So this tadpole, they will not be able to survive when it is out from the water. It possesses gills in order to breathe inside the water. Next, it undergoes several stages and then turns into an adult frog. It is called as metamorphosis. The stages of development of the frog, right from the egg till the matured frog, these developmental stages, we call them as metamorphosis. All right. Certain terms are not discussed in your book. I'm just giving some extra information. You can just add on to it. So this tadpole, okay, it will get matured. The tiny legs will be formed. See here, two legs will be formed, the forelimbs, and then the hind limbs will be formed, but till the tail-like structures will be there, seen. All right, and then the next part of it, the young frog will be formed, and then the adult frog. Okay, this is how the life cycle of a frog happens. The frog croaks during the rainy season to attract the partner for mating. So whenever it rains, you might have heard the sound of frog. Yes, automatically you will hear it. So that is a particular time where they can get reproduced. So they need the male and the female frog over there. So in order to attract the female frog, the male frog will create a sound that is like croaking sound. So the sound of the frog, we call them as croaks, right? From grade 1, we are learning it, right? Sounds of different animals. So they croak, so they will attract the female partner for mating purpose. Okay. It has long sticky tongue, which helps in getting the prey nearby, mostly insects. Okay, so you might have seen in some discovery channels, it will just put the tongue out immediately so that some kind of insect will stick on it, and immediately it will just grab the insect inside its mouth. Yes, have you seen it? Yes. So the stings are the tongues of these frogs are sticky actually. So when they put on the particular animals, immediately they get sticked onto it, and immediately it will just drag the insects, and they will pull the tongue inside, and this is how they are taking the foods, and the tongues help in taking the food processes. All right, now let us learn about the birds and vertebrates. All right, so what are the very important characteristics of birds? Birds are warm-blooded animals. Okay, in reptiles we did see they are cold-blooded. Here birds are warm-blooded. What are warm-blooded? As I told you, these animals, they will not change their body according to its surrounding, according to the temperature in its surrounding. They will be as they are. All right, just like us, we are warm-blooded. All right, so the next thing about these birds are it has lightweight body which are covered with feathers, and they fly with the help of their wings. So whenever the bird flies, you might have seen the wings, they will spread its wings and the feathers will be there. So these are the major two things that helps them to fly. Okay, and here the bones of the birds are a little bit hollow in nature, so they are lightweight. So that is the reason they are able to lift their body very easily, and they are able to fly. All right, so that is one of the important features of birds. So here you can see this picture. Yes, see how it puts the wings out. Only when it is little bit like less in weight, they will be able to put the wings out and they can fly easily. All right. Next, for the flight, they are using the birds has like three major feathers, like six major feathers are there. Here you will just look on about like three major feathers, which is not given in your book. They have asked us to discuss about this. So the three major feathers are flight feather, contour feather, and down feather. So flight feather, from the name itself, we can identify that it helps in flight. And contour feathers, what does it do? The contour feathers gives shape and the color to the bird. All right, and then the down feather. What is the work of this down feather? It helps to insulate the bird by trapping the air. So when the bird puts the wings in and out, it just tries to trap the air, and then it pushes the body to move forward. So these are the major role of the feathers, which is helping the bird to fly. All right, so apart from this, there are many other feathers you will learn in your higher classes. And then next, some birds like ostrich, kiwi, penguin, emu are called flightless birds as they cannot fly. They walk and run. Though they are in the birds category, they possess feathers. Yes, they will not be able to fly. Okay, so these birds are called as flightless bird. Ostrich, which can run very fast. Okay, and then penguin. See, it will just walk. It is very funny to watch the penguin walking, right? Have you seen that? Yes. And then emu. And one of the examples like kiwi, which is a very tiny bird. And those birds, they will not be able to fly at all. Instead, they will walk and run. And these birds are called as flightless bird as they are not able to fly. Understood? Let's discuss something about very interesting. It's all about mammals. So, what are mammals? We need to understand. Mammals are the animals that give birth to babies. Yes, give birth to their younger ones. Those categories are called as mammals. These babies grow inside the mother's body, and once they are born, they feed on mother's milk. So here, this the first major example which we can take is we ourselves, human beings. Okay, we are mammals. All right, so the mother will carry the baby, okay, in her womb, and once she gives birth, okay, we are born as a baby. Yes, the mother doesn't lay eggs, right? So here we are born as babies, and then the baby feeds on the mother for milk. All right, and then see some more examples in animal categories. All right, this is a polar bear. They feed on the mother for milk. Okay, they do not lay them as eggs. Instead, they give birth as babies. They born as a younger one. Yes, we call them as baby. And for dogs, we call them as puppies. Yes. So for each category, different names are given. And if it is in case of like cow, we call them as calf. See? So every younger animal, the younger ones, the babies, feed on their mother for milk. All right? And here, see the cute little polar bear. Yes, so there are many animals in this world that they are born as babies and they feed on the younger ones. And here, not only these characters, there are some more characteristics where they're considered as mammals. Let us see what are they. All right, some characters about mammals. The characteristics of mammals are they have hair on their body, whereas the whales and dolphins do not have. See, most of the mammals have hairs. Okay, so one such example as human, if we gonna take, definitely we possess hair on a body. Yes, just look your hand, look your legs. Yes, and even on your face, very minute, tiny hairs are present. So this is one of the characteristics of mammals. All right, and even on the animals, the skin of the animals, if you go, if you just look very near to it, okay, for the animals which gives birth to their younger ones, yes, you can see the hairs present on it body. All right, so here are some mammals such as whales and dolphins do not have hair on their body. They live in water, okay, but they are called as mammals. They will just give birth to the babies. They will not be able to lay eggs like other fish does. So these animals are called as mammals. Whales and dolphins are exceptions. All right. Next, they have well developed brains. See, as humans, we are able to think much. Even the animals, when we instruct, they will be able to do it. Yes, but in case of insects, can the insect respond to us? No. But here, in case of animals, definitely we can train up the animal. We might have seen in many circus, right? They will train up the animal, and as the instructor says, the animals will be able to bind. Okay, so bind the rule and they will do accordingly. Even the dogs, many will have dogs at your home and many pet animals as well. Yes, so they have well developed brains where they can adhere to the situations. They reproduce by giving birth to babies that feed on their mother milk. That is what I told you in the first slide about mammals. Yes, they reproduce. The younger one, the next generation is formed by giving birth to the younger ones. And the main food product of the younger babies before they get into like herbivores, carnivores, or whatever it is, they will just feed on their mother's milk. That is the first food for the younger ones. All right. And the next one here, the mammals are warm-blooded animals. All right, I told you the one such example before. I told you like we humans are warm-blooded. So most of the mammals are under warm-blooded categories. Yes, mammals are warm-blooded animals. They will not be able to change their body temperature according to the surroundings. They will have the same body temperature wherever they are. All right, they will be able to adhere to it. Next, most animals live on land. Whales and dolphins live in water. So most of the mammals, as we see, as they live on the land, okay, we also call them mammals, and we might call these animals which are living in water as aquatic mammals. Whatever the animals that live inside the water, we call as aquatic animals. Yes, so these are called as aquatic mammals. That's why the term aquarium is there. And the next important characteristics is the mammals breathe air through lungs. Okay, aquatic mammals such as whales and dolphins breathe through the lungs. Even they also possess lungs, but you might have asked a question, right? How do they are living inside the water? The fishes, they use gills, but here what they do, they possess lungs. Whales and dolphins. So most of the time they will just come out of the water. They will breathe through their lungs. Okay, so that this is how they are balancing their life. So most of the time it will come on the surface to breathe in the air, and then they will just get into the water and then they will be able to survive over there. All right, these are some specific characters of dolphins and whales in specific under the category of mammals. All right, so you might have understood the lesson well, and here let us try to discuss the exercises given in your book. All right, so here are some words to know it's given. So already I have explained about these words while discussing about the lesson. Let us also see it again. All right, invertebrates, animals that do not have backbone. Vertebrates, animals that have backbone. Cold-blooded, the group of animals who cannot control the temperature of the body and it changes according to their surroundings. Mostly what? The example can you give? Yes, it's reptiles. Yes, so reptiles are cold-blooded animals. And here warm-blooded animals like birds and mammals are warm-blooded. The definition here it is like the group of animals whose body temperature does not change according to their surrounding. All right. Scales. For scales, we were just discussing in reptiles. Yes. So it's thin, horny, or bony plate-like structures that protect the skin of the fish and reptiles. So the fish and the reptiles both possess the scales, but here the reptiles it just helps to in protection as well as even in the fishes. All right, it is one of the major characteristics of the reptiles. In fish and sorry in snakes we did see about it. Yes, it helps in the movement of the body because they do not possess any limbs. Amphibians, animals that can live both on land and as well as in water. So when they are on land they respire with the help of their lungs, and when they are in water they respire with the help of um, skin. Next, mammals, a group of animals which have their hair on the body and give birth to the babies. So it is one such feature which is explained over here. So generally, if you think about mammals, you can just take on to your mind that they give birth to the younger ones. All right, birds will lay eggs, reptiles will lay eggs. All right, and from the eggs, the younger ones will hatch out. But in case of mammals, it is not like that. Okay, and apart from this, here there is some other facts given in your book I just want to discuss here. Like, did you know animals such as earthworm and snails breathe with the help of their moist skin? So, earthworms and snail they come under the category of invertebrates. They do not possess any backbone. Yes, so the earthworm they respire with the help of the skin, the moist skin present. All right, as well as the snails. The snails doesn't have any bone. It has a outer thick shell, okay, which is protecting the animal, okay, from danger. And in case of slug, okay, the slug will not possess the shell. Only mild differences between the snail and the slug as well. The next fact is the giraffe is the tallest mammal. Okay, so giraffe definitely it's a mammal. All right, it gives birth to the young one. Whereas elephant is the largest mammal on the land. The blue whale is the largest animal on the earth and it is a mammal too. Okay, so see how well it is differentiated. English plays a vital role over here, like comparative. So when we take the tall category, the tallest mammal is giraffe, and elephant is also the tall animal, but it's not as tall as giraffe. But elephant is large in size, so it is the largest mammal on land. Blue whale, it is also the mammal, but it doesn't live on the land most of the time. It lives in the water and the land. So on whole, they are taking the category to be as on the earth. So the very largest mammal on the earth, we consider it to be as blue whale. All right. Discuss about the exercise given in your book. Okay. Let's practice. So here, fill in the blanks it is discussed. So I just want you to pause the video here. Okay, just try doing this exercise by yourself, and then after some time, okay, just play the video again and then you can get the answers for it. All right, so I just want everyone to be very genuine in doing this. All right, pause the video now and then we'll do. So the first one, a reptile is a dash animal. It is a cold-blooded animal. The body of the snake is covered with scales or hair. Snakes, it is reptile, so scales. A dash can change its body color according to the surroundings. Okay, it is chameleon. A tadpole breathes with the help of what? Frog possesses lungs. It doesn't possess gills, but when it is in stage of the tadpole, it has gills. Okay. A dash reproduces by giving birth to babies. Cow or crow? It's cow. Crow lays eggs. Dash is an aquatic mammal. It's not an animal they're asking mammals. So be very cautious in answering. So it's shark or whale. Both are aquatic animal, but the aquatic mammal is whale. Okay. Next, true or false? All reptiles have four legs. Does all reptiles have four legs? No. One such example which we saw, a snake, it does not have any legs at all. It uses its scales. So the answer here is false. All reptiles can live on land and in water. All reptiles can live on land and water. Can lizard live in water? No. So the answer is false. The baby of the lizard is called tadpole. Tadpole is the baby of what? Frog, right? So even here it is false. Mammals breathe through their lungs only. Yes, definitely. It's only through the help of the lungs mammals breathe. An insect's body is usually divided into head, body, and tail. Is it? No, it is divided as head, thorax, and abdomen. So the answer even here it is false. Okay? So did everyone got everything right? If you got everything right, then sure, you have understood the lesson very well. Okay? Next, we will discuss about let's observe part in your book. All right. So here, even here, I just want you to answer for all the given questions, four given questions, and then look on for the answer. Pause the video, try doing it, and then check with the answers. So here, okay, just go on. Now, the first question is, there is a picture given here. Yes, there is a picture given here. So it's an insect. Identify the animal shown in the picture. So what is the name of the animal? Let's discuss the answer. Yes, cockroach. Is it a vertebrate or invertebrate? Definitely it's an invertebrate. The harder part in its body, it is called as chitin. So there are no bones for the cockroach. Can you name the different body parts of this animal? Yes, definitely we can just name it into three major parts like head, thorax, and abdomen. And apart from that, you can just name even legs. Legs, okay, and antennas or antennae. Where can you see this animal in your home? You can be very specific if you are seeing this animal in your this particular insect in your home in any particular place. Else, in general, you can just give the answer in the dark and the moist corners of the home, mostly in washrooms. Yes, we will be able to see this cockroach. So in the dark, because this cockroach is nocturnal in habit, it will be very active during night time. All right. So moist corners of the home. Okay. Did you understand? Have learned so many things in this video, and let's have a short recap of whatever we have learned, and that will help us. All right. So initially we did see about the animals where they are categorized into two major categories depending upon the presence of the backbone. Yes, when there is no backbone, they're called as invertebrates, and when they possess backbones, they're called as vertebrates. And examples given for the invertebrates are snails, insects, crabs, and worms. And for vertebrates, fish, reptiles, amphibians, birds, and mammals. And there are a lot more, and here we have just discussed about this. All right. And then under the vertebrates, we did discuss about the fish and its characteristics. Yes, they possess a special organ for breathing, which is called as gills. And then coming under reptiles, we discuss about the scales, the molting process, and the camouflage process where they hide themselves from their enemies to protect. Yes. And then coming on to amphibians. Yes, so amphibians, these amphibians also have a special character where they can live on land as well as in water. When they are in water, they respire with the help of skin, and when they are on land, they respire with the help of lungs. All right. And here I have just given few pictures as it is a recap. I've took like frog and salamanders. And then example for mammals here, yes, here's human beings and many other animals, yes, like dogs, cats, all these things are called as mammals as they give birth to the younger one. They do not lay eggs. All right. And these mammals, they will not lay eggs and they will not hatch out of it. They will just give birth to the babies, and the baby will feed on mother's milk. All right. And we also did discuss about some exercises given in your book, and here for the part of the activity I will just give the notes. Okay, just refer the notes, and the short answers and the detailed answers I will give you as a separate notes, not in the slides. All right, and that will be easy for you to uh, have it as notes. All right, and here the work what I gonna give is like from this particular video I will just send few questions where you have to answer for this particular day. All right, hope everyone would have understood this lesson, and if you have any doubts with regard to the lesson or anything, you can just ping me. Okay, thank you children.